Northamptonshire, our first event will be the female 4x100 meters freestyle relay. Please welcome your teams. In lane 1, Corby Blue. In lane 2, Daventry Red. In lane 3, Rushden. In lane 4, Northampton Blue. In lane 5, Corby Yellow. In lane 6, Wellingborough. And in lane 7, Northampton Gold. This is the female 4x100 meters freestyle relay. First event on the first weekend of the Northamptonshire County Championships 2024, and we love to start with a relay. What else would you start with but a relay? The loudest of the events here at the Northamptonshire County Championships. You guys do an amazing job of making sure that the energy is kept up throughout each and every one of these relays, and what a better place to start than the female 4x100 meters freestyle relay. Northampton Blue, defending champions in this event, will look to pick up their first gold medal of the weekend in this first event, and Lily Freeman is doing exactly what she needs to do here to make sure that her team, Northampton Blue, stand the best possible chance of achieving that. Corby Yellow have got Leah Bromwich out on the first leg, but actually Northampton Gold are in second place at the moment, and it's going to be between Corby and Northampton second team for the silver medals currently. Only a fraction of a second separated them on that turn, but now we see Corby really start to charge and try and chase down Northampton Blue. Grace Wingham has just got in the pool for Corby Yellow. Northampton Blue have got Grace Grinrod, and it's the battle of the Graces between these two. That gap has closed a little bit across this first 50 of this 100 meters in the second split. That lead was upwards of 4 seconds before. It's now down to just 2 seconds between them. Could Corby Yellow pull themselves into the lead? Northampton Gold keeping themselves very much in contention here. And now there's just 25 meters left of this second leg, and it looks very good for Corby Yellow right now. Very, very good indeed. Grace Wingham having the swim of her life this morning on this 100-meter freestyle. She's got just 5 meters to go before we're at halfway, and it will be Corby Yellow in the lead with 200 meters left to race. Lily Tappan has just dived in for Corby Yellow. Phoebe Adams is in the pool for Northampton Blue, and Adams means business. We are being treated to a fantastic relay first thing here this morning at Corby East Midlands International Pool. An intense battle going on between Northampton Blue and Corby Yellow. Corby Yellow still with the lead. There is exactly 1 second between them on that turn. This is nowhere near over yet. There's still 125 meters left to go. A reminder, you've got Lily Tappan in lane 5. Phoebe Adams in lane 4. Which of these two girls is going to get her first? Adams closing that gap that had been created by Corby Yellow. It is going to be all down to who has more to give on this final 100 meters. Corby Yellow now have Harriet Casey. Northampton Blue now have Mia Flint. And these two are going to battle it out down this 100 meters final straight. It is going to get loud inside this pool as these two girls give it everything they possibly can to take home the first gold medal of the morning, and I have no idea which way this one is going to go. Mia Flint looks strong. Harriet Casey looks strong. It's going to be one of these two, but which one, I have absolutely no idea. They turn together. Actually, on that turn, Northampton Blue were ahead. Northampton have taken the lead back from Corby. Who has more to give in the second half of this 100-meter split, though? 25 left. That is all that's left, and I can't hear myself. I'm not even sure why I'm bothering talking, because I don't think you guys can hear me either. There's just 15 meters left to go. We are being treated to one of the best relays I think I have ever seen. They come into the wall. Who's going to get on the wall first? I don't want to call it. Corby Yellow have only gone and done it by 0.2 of a second, 4:12.02 to 4:12.25. A huge smile on the face of Harriet Casey. Corby Yellow take the first set of gold medals this morning. Northampton Blue pick up a set of silvers. Northampton Gold take the bronze medals, but Corby Yellow, what a fight. Whew, I think I've lost my voice after the first one. That's not a good sign, is it? I've got to keep going all weekend. This is our next event, the Open Male 15 years and under 4x50 meters medley relay. In lane 1, Northampton Gold. In lane 2, Wellingborough. In lane 3, Corby Yellow. In lane 4, Kettering Avengers. In lane 5, Northampton Blue. In lane 6, Rushton Black. In lane 7, Daventry Dolphins. And in lane 8, Corby Blue. This is the Open Male 15 years and under 4x50 meters medley relay. Well, 0.2 of a second were all that separated first from second in our previous relay. What on earth is this one going to have in store for us? Kettering are the defending champions here, would you believe? Finley Underwood, Noah Bealby, Arlo Ellison and Ryan Doyle are our favourites to win this race. Northampton Blue might have something to say about that though. Jack Hurry, Edward Ostroff, George Brazier and Zachary Jones, the team for them. And look at that, 4 teams finish within inches of one another at the top end. And it's Corby Yellow that are now starting to pull into the lead. I hadn't even spoken about them yet. Finley Dare led on the backstroke. You've now got Arian Nath on the breaststroke, and they look unstoppable. Could they take 2 consecutive gold medals in these relays this morning? Just 5 to go until the halfway split, and it's going to be very, very difficult to catch Corby Yellow after that fantastic breaststroke swim from Orion Knapp. Rushton in second place, Northampton in third, Kettering down in fourth position. But look at Corby go. They are unstoppable here, and it won't surprise you to know that they're unstoppable because Ethan Stoppin-Moss is in the pool. That man is one of the top 5 fastest in his age group in Great Britain over the 50 meters butterfly. No surprise whatsoever to see him dominate here, and Corby Yellow are untouchable at this point. They have 20 meters on the rest of this field. No one is going to come anywhere close to threatening them for the gold medal. There's still silvers and bronzes up for grabs. Rushton battling with Northampton Blue for the silvers and the bronze medals, but no doubt at all about where the gold is going to come from. That is Corby Yellow. They take their second gold of the morning. 1:58.10 for Corby Yellow. Northampton Blue pick up another set of silvers. And Rushtonshire over on the far side, they've just got a set of county bronzes. One last relay to go. This is the female 12 years and under 4x50 meters freestyle relay. In lane 1, Northampton gold. In lane 2, Daventry red. In lane 3, Wellingborough. In lane 4, it's Rushton. In lane 5, Northampton Blue. In lane 6, Corby Yellow. In lane 7, Nen Valley. And in lane 8, Corby Blue. This is the female 12 years and under 4x50 meters freestyle relay. And the last relay of the morning is underway. Let's see what we have in store this time. Northampton Blue off to a good start. Actually, look at that. Wellingborough off to a fantastic start. Martha Booker leads the way at the moment for them. Northampton Blue in second place on this first leg. Alyssa Giraud is leading for them. And of course, we cannot rule out Corby Yellow. Can they take a clean sweep of gold medals in the relays here this morning? First to the wall. Wow, 100th of a second between Wellingborough and Northampton Blue in Wellingborough's favour, but Northampton Blue definitely had the better takeover there. Just 25 metres left of this leg. Northampton Blue have got Ava Mitchell in the water fighting Skylar Glendening from Corby Yellow. And these two are side by side, and it already looks like we could be on for a repeat of the first relay all over again. It is Northampton Blue over first at halfway, Corby Yellow over second at halfway. Can Northampton Blue hold on to this lead though? Or can Corby Yellow chase them down? Ellie Smith is trying to do that work. Alex Thorpe Williams is in the pool for Northampton Blue. What's the difference going to be on the last leg? Who has more to give on this last leg? Well, this is definitely going to be Northampton Blue for the lead here. They're going to pick up their first gold medals of the morning. Corby doing what they can. Wellingborough on track to take a bronze medal home, but definitely going to be Northampton Blue with the golds. Their first golds of the morning, 2:13.81, 2:15.9 for Corby Yellow. And Wellingborough pick up a set of bronze medals. Corby denied a clean streak by Northampton Blue, but a well-fought relay once again. Our first individual event of the morning is the Open Male 13-15 years, 400 meters freestyle. There are 4 heats. This is heat 1. Lane 2 is Eric Butons for Corby. Daniel Rees of Daventry goes in lane 3. 4 is Liam Lovett for Wellingborough. 5, Ben White for Rushton. And 6 is Louis Pell for Northampton.
number 2. And swimming over in lane 1, we have Joel Whiffen from Corby. In lane 2, Jensen Wiseman-Hay, also from Corby. Lane 3, Daniel Mastata from Corby. Lane 4, Noah Bealby from Kettering. Lane 5, Aaron Mountford from Wellingborough. Lane 6, Aidan Penny from Wellingborough. Lane 7, Zachary Fraser from Wellingborough. And in lane 8, Kushal Mistry from Northampton. number 3. And swimming over in lane 1, we have Ronnie Booker from Wellingborough. Lane 2, George Brazy from Northampton. Lane 3, Nikita Bowles from Northampton. In lane 4, also from Northampton, is Riley Woodward. Lane 5 from Risdon is Finley Emery. Lane 6, Christian Kupkovs from Daventry. Lane 7, David Belowski from Northampton. And in lane 8 from Daventry, we have Charles Russell. And the final heat is heat number 4. And swimming in lane 1 for Northampton, we have Edward Oscroft. Lane 2 is Arian Nath for Corby. Lane 3, Finlay Dare for Corby. Lane 4, also for Corby, is Ethan Stoppit Moss. Lane 5, Jack Curry for Northampton. Lane 6, Zachary Jones for Northampton. Lane 7, Lorenzio Chowland for Corby. And in lane 8 for Corby, we have Oliver Horn. And we now move on to event 205, which is a female 12 years and under 400 metres IM. And there's one heat, and this is heat number 1. And swimming over in lane 2, we have Isabel Pawlowski from Corby. In lane 3, Elisa Girard from Northampton. Lane 4, Philippa Cutmore from Corby. Lane 5, Aythorpe Williams from Northampton. And in lane 6, Neve Bucker from Wellingborough. And we move on to event 206, open male, 16 and over, 200 metres backstroke, and this is heat number 1 of 2. And swimming over in lane 1, we have Kyle Johnston-Smith from Northampton. Lane 2 is Jack Beige from Kettering. Lane 3, Connor Munden from Northampton. Lane 4, Matthew Taylor from Northampton. 5, Ewan Swanson from Rushden. Lane 6, Philip Kanikowski from Kettering. And in lane 7, also from Kettering, is Dylan Bealby. Heat number 2. Swimming over in lane 1 for Northampton, we have Jack Bignell. Lane 2 for Northampton, Eden Rowe. Lane 3, Elliot Barker for Rushden. Lane 4, Samuel Cook for Corby. Lane 5, Ethan Randall for Corby. Lane 6, also for Corby, is Tyler Holliman. Lane 7, Bobby Phillips for Wellingborough. And in lane 8, Cole Angel for Kettering. And I've got a technical infraction to announce in event 205. Heat number 1, lane number 2 was disqualified for a technical infraction. And the results of the open male 13 to 15 years 400 metres freestyle in the 13 years age group. In third place was Kushal Mistry from Northampton. In second place was Louis Pell from Northampton. And first place was Daniel Mustata for Corby. In the 14 years age group, in bronze position was Aaron Mountford for Wellingborough. Second place was Nikita Bowles for Northampton, and in gold was Lorenzio Chowland for Corby. And in the 15 years age group, in third place was Easton Soppit Moss for Corby. Second place was Zachary Jones for Northampton, and in gold we have Jack Curry for Northampton. And we move on to event 207, female 13 to 15 years, 200 metres IM, and this is heat number 1 of 8. Swimming over in lane 3, we have Lucy Preston from Corby. In lane 4, Saxon Swan from Corby. Lane 5 is Emma Affleck from Kettering. And in lane 6, Poppy Wilson from Corby. Heat number 2. And in lane 1 for Daventry, we have May Harrison. In lane 2, Isla May Underwood for Kettering. Lane 3, Emily Fern for Northampton. Lane 4, Mackenzie Wainwright for Northampton. Lane 5, Faye Martinot for Wellingborough. Lane 7, Georgina Beebe for Kettering. And in lane 8, Eve Taylor for Northampton. The results are in for event 206, open male 16 years and over 200 metres backstroke. In the 16 years age group, in bronze position we have Jack Bignell from Northampton. Silver was Cole Angel from Kettering. And in gold position, Eden Rowe from Northampton. And in the 17 years and over, in bronze position, Tyler Holliman from Corby. Silver was Ethan Randall from Corby. And in gold position, Samuel Cook from Corby. Heat number 3. Swimming over in lane 1 for Daventry, we have Hannah Chadwick. Lane 2, Eva Reamsbottom from Daventry. Lane 3, Nika Buharova from Corby. Lane 4, Imogen Langley from Rushden. Lane 5, Hallie McAlinden from Kettering. Lane 6, Marcy Blackford from Corby. Lane 7, Frankie Lamont from Kettering. And in lane 8, Jasmine Reynolds from Nen Valley. Heat number 4. Swimming in lane 1, we have Isabel Tanner for Corby, lane 2 for Rushden Kennedy McHugh, lane 3 Esme Brown for Rushden, lane 4 Holly Coleman for Wellingborough, lane 5 Lily Cowell for Wellingborough, lane 6 Beth Rebin for Corby, lane 7 Kaylee Norton for Kettering, and in lane 8 Lillian French for Wellingborough. Heat number 5. Swimming over in lane 1, we have Georgia Smith from Corby, lane 2 Charlotte Ellis from Daventry, lane 3 Imogen Dodds from Wellingborough, lane 4 Elizabeth Powell from Rushden, lane 5 Ella Newton from Corby, lane 6 Kaylin Coe from Corby, lane 7 Kimberly Hayes from Kettering, and in lane 8 Sophia Fefalova from Northampton. Heat number 6. And swimming in lane 1 for Corby, we have Isabel Froh. Lane 2, Melinda Badenhorst from Corby. Lane 3, Alice Wallinger from Wellingborough. Lane 4, Ornelette from Northampton. In lane 5 from Kettering, Laura Morley. Lane 6, Maddie Walden from Northampton. Lane 7, Isabel Joyner from Daventry. And in lane 8 from Corby, we have Maddie Taylor. Heat number 7. Swimming in lane 1 for Corby, we have Faye Eaton-Jones. Lane 2, Isabella Bishop from Rushden. Lane 3, Emily Denton from Northampton. Lane 4, Bo Cunningham from Corby. Lane 5, Holly Hale from Northampton. Lane 6, Megan Barber from Kettering. Lane 7, Hannah Marsden from Daventry. And in lane 8, Maya Bovingdon from Northampton. And the final heat is heat number 8. Swimming in lane 1 for Daventry, we have Evie Donison. Lane 2, Kaya Dawson for Corby. Lane 3, Mia Allen from Northampton. Lane 4, Phoebe Adams from Northampton. Lane 5, also from Northampton, Nia Wilkinson. Lane 6 from Northampton, Lana Webb. Lane 7, Alaya Beatson from Wellingborough. And in lane 8, Isla Robertson from Northampton. We now move on to event 208, which is the open male, 12 years and under, 200 metres butterfly. There is one heat. This is heat number 1. And I think we should give him a big round of applause for swimming this on his own. In lane 4, we have James Oscroft, and he's swimming for Northampton. And we now move on to event 209, which is a female 10 to 12 years, 100 metres backstroke, and this is heat number 1 of 4. And swimming over in lane 1 for Daventry, we have Merrin Fulford. Lane 2, Lucy Donnelly for Corby. Lane 3, Ivy Morris for Daventry. Lane 4, Taya Marie Wright for Kettering. Lane 5, Daria Bilowski for Northampton. Lane 6, Sophie Quennell from Northampton. And in lane 7, Olivia Fern for Northampton. Heat number 2. Swimming over in lane 1, we have Abigail Tomlinson for Corby. Lane 2, Aurelia Curtis for Kettering. Lane 3, Ava Mitchell for Northampton. In lane 4, Philippa Cutmore for Corby. Lane 5, Athorpe Williams for Northampton. Lane 6, Vida Colson for Northampton. Lane 7, Skylar Glendenning for Corby. And in lane 8 for Northampton, we have Millie Webb. Heat number 3. Swimming in lane 1 for Corby, we have Eleni Williams. Lane 2, Megan James for Wellingborough. Lane 3, Jasmine Dodds for Wellingborough. Lane 4, Martha Booker for Wellingborough. Lane 5, Riley Webber for Corby. Lane 6, Isabel Pawlowski for Corby. Lane 7, Isla Adams for Northampton. And in lane 8 for Northampton, Yvette Blackwell. And the final heat is heat number 4. And swimming over in lane 1 for Wellingborough, we have Millie Davies. Lane 2, Martha Blake for Corby. In lane 3 for Kettering, we have Jess Barrett. Lane 4, Elisa Girard for Northampton. Lane 5, Caris Thomas for Northampton. Lane 6, Esme Haynes for Northampton. Lane 7, Amber Muir for Rushden. And in lane 8 for Nen Valley, we have Liberty Lambert. For event 207, heat 4, lane 8, we have a technical infraction, so that's a disqualification. Event 207, heat 4, lane 8. And event 207 again, heat 8, lane 1, and they're both disqualified for a technical infraction. And we now move on to event 210, which is the open male 13 to 15 years 100 metres butterfly, and this is heat number 1 of 3. Swimming in lane 1 for Corby, we have Eric Button. In lane 2, Zachary Fraser for Wellingborough. Lane 3, Arjun Nair for Wellingborough. Lane 4, Zachary Jones for Northampton. Lane 5, Finlay Emery for Rushden. Lane 6, Jack Robertson for Corby. And in lane 7, David Bolowski for Northampton. And the finalists for the female 13 to 15 years 200 IM in the 13 years age group are Kennedy McHugh, Beth Rebben, Holly Coleman, Melende Badenhorst, Kimberly Hayes, Esme Brown, Isla May Underwood and Lily Cowell, with reserves of Imogen Langley and Isabel Froh. 14 years are Kaylee Norton, Mia Allen, Maddie Walden, Orna Lett, Alice Wallinger, Kaya Dawson, Hannah Marsden and Charlotte Ellis, with reserves of Maddie Taylor and Isabella Bishop. And in the 15 years age group, we have Lana Webb, Holly Hale, Lauren Morley, Bo Cunningham, Phoebe Adams, Emily Denton, Megan Barber, and Ella Newton, with reserves of Faye Eaton-Jones and Kaylin Coe. Heat number 2. Swimming in lane 1, we have Kushal Mistry for Northampton. Lane 2, Lorenzio Chowland for Corby. Lane 3, Riley Woodward for Northampton. Lane 4, Jack Curry for Northampton. Lane 5, Arian Nath for Corby. Lane 6, Noah Bealby for Kettering. And in lane 8, Ryan Doyle for Kettering. And just to announce, no surprises there, but for the open male, 12 years and under 200 metres butterfly, the gold position goes to James Oscroft. And the final heat is heat number 3. Swimming over in lane 1, we have Alexandra Irina for Kettering. Lane 2, Nikita Bals for Northampton. Lane 3, Edward Oscroft for Northampton. Lane 4 for Corby, we have Ethan Soppit-Moss. Lane 5 for Northampton, George Brazier. Lane 6 for Corby, Maxim Cartavan. And in lane 7 for Daventry, we have Charles Russell. And we move on to event 211, the female 16 years and over, 100 metres butterfly, and this is heat number 1 of 3. Swimming in lane 1 for Wellingborough, we have Ruby Cummings. Lane 2, Ashley Jones for Wellingborough. Lane 3, Chloe Tangai for Northampton. Lane 4 for Corby, we have Lily Tappan. In lane 5, Grace Wingham for Corby. Lane 6, Amelia Lonergan for Wellingborough. And in lane 7 for Corby, we have Madison Wiseman-Hay. Heat number 2. And swimming in lane 1 for Daventry, we have Amber Rose Fennell. In lane 2 for Northampton, Eliza Humphrey. Lane 3 for Corby, Orla Eaton-Jones. Lane 4 for Northampton is Lily Freeman. Lane 5 for Northampton is Isabel Sharp. Lane 6, Charlotte Jarman for Nen Valley. And in lane 7, Lucy Dando for Corby. And the final heat is heat number 3. And swimming in lane 1, we have Iona Smith for Nen Valley. Lane 2, Megan Thomas for Daventry. Lane 3, Rowan White for Rushden. Lane 4, Mia Matthews for Daventry. Lane 5, Harriet Casey for Corby. Lane 6, Chloe Powell for Rushden. And in lane 7 for Kettering, we have Magenta Kenyon. And we're now moving on to event 212, which is the open male 10 to 12 years 50 metres backstroke, and this is heat number 1 of 5. And swimming in lane 3 for Daventry, we have Matea Dragon. In lane 4, Ashton Anderson for Northampton. And in lane 5, Harry Taylor for Northampton. Heat number 2. Swimming in lane 2, we have Hunter McLean for Nen Valley. Lane 3, Ethan Yeboah for Nen Valley. Lane 3 for Wellingborough, Nathan Mountford. Lane 5 for Nen Valley, William Stevenson. Lane 6 for Wellingborough, Harry Bays. And in lane 7 for Wellingborough, we have Jacob Pavlaskin. And I probably pronounced that wrong, so I apologise to his parents. Heat number 3. Swimming in lane 1 for Nen Valley, we have Brodie Smith. Lane 2, Jacob Quennell for Northampton. Lane 3, Alex Lawrence for Daventry. Lane 4, James Oscroft for Northampton. Lane 5, Elliot Thompson for Daventry. Lane 6, Oliver Trenwith for Corby. Lane 7 for Corby is Oscar Cutmore. And in lane 8 for Kettering, we have Andre Arena. Heat number 4. In lane 1, we have Jack Jackson for Northampton. Lane 2, Lucas Poole for Northampton. Lane 3, Joseph Bird for Northampton. Lane 4 for Wellingborough, Noah Patterson. Lane 5, Cameron Hughes for Wellingborough. Lane 6, Percy Green for Corby. Lane 7, Milan Rogers for Northampton. And in lane 8, Oscar Pawlowski for Corby. And the final heat is heat number 5. In lane 1, we have Aidan Stilgo for Northampton. Lane 3, Harry Langston for Kettering. Lane 4, Aidan Horn for Corby. Lane 5, Oscar Venn for Northampton. Lane 6, Finley King for Wellingborough. Lane 6, Michael Coconowich for Corby. And lane 8, Hugo Flickwirt for Nen Valley. We now move on to event 213, which is a female 13 to 15 years, 50 metres freestyle, and this is heat number 1 of 13. In lane 3 for Daventry, we have Amelia Hetherington. Lane 4, Emily Gaylor for Wellingborough. Lane 6, Keeve Adams for Daventry. And in lane 6, Harriet Hanrahan for Wellingborough. Heat number 2. Swimming in lane 1 for Kettering, we have Chloe Perkins. Lane 2, Deeksha Thantry for Daventry. Lane 3, Aditha Abhilash for Northampton. Lane 4, Alice Rowbotham for Kettering. Lane 5, Ava Thurston for Corby. Lane 6, Lily Fulford for Daventry. Lane 7, Alexandra Soltano for Corby. And in lane 8, Morgan Wright for Northampton. Heat number 3. Swimming in lane 1, we have Millie Povey for Corby. Lane 2 is Beresford Linnell for Northampton. Lane 3, Emily Wallace for Northampton. Lane 4, Madeline Watts for Kettering. Lane 5, Isabel Fennell for Daventry. Lane 6, Isabel Knight for Wellingborough. Lane 7, Cody Lowe for Corby. And in lane 8, Lucy Preston for Corby. Heat number 4. Swimming in lane 1 for Kettering, we have Ella Fairbairn. Lane 2, Frankie Lamont for Kettering. Lane 3, Amy Anderson for Corby. Lane 4, Georgie Beebe for Kettering. Lane 5, Olivia Hayo from Corby. Lane 6, Isla May Underwood from Kettering. Lane 7, Kerry Dwayne King from Risdon. And in lane 8, Amelie Tanner from Corby. Heat number 5. Swimming in lane 2 for Wellingborough, we have Faye Martinot. Lane 3, Poppy Wilson for Corby. Lane 4, Chloe Dando for Corby. Lane 5, Millie Sharp for Risdon. Lane 6, Phoebe Corns for Wellingborough. And in lane 8, Iga Salomon from Corby. Heat number 6. Swimming over in lane 1, we have Elia Carter for Wellingborough. Lane 2, Imogen Langley for Risdon. Lane 3, Eve Taylor for Northampton. Lane 4, Sophia Tullam for Kettering. Lane 5, Grace Gordon for Daventry. Lane 6, Saxon Swan for Corby. Lane 7, Nika Buharova for Corby. And in lane 8, Eva Reevesbottom for Daventry. Heat number 7. In lane 1, we have Ava Sinclair for Corby. Lane 2, Hallie McAlinden from Kettering. Lane 3, Edith Cabry from Corby. Lane 4, Kennedy McHugh from Rushden. Lane 5, Emily Fern from Northampton. Lane 6, Isla Murray from Wellingborough. Lane 7, Chloe Parsons from Nen Valley. And in lane 8, Evie Donison from Daventry. Heat number 8. Swimming in lane 1 for Rushden, we have Esme Brown. Lane 2, Kaylee Norton from Kettering. Lane 3, Mackenzie Wainwright from Northampton. 4, Beth Rebben from Corby. 5, Lana Webb from Northampton. 6, Hannah Chadwick from Daventry. Lane 7, Kaylin Coe from Corby. And in lane 8, Julia Stefania Radak from Northampton. Heat number 9. Swimming in lane 1 for Daventry, we have Charlotte Ellis. Lane 2, Poppy Blowfield for Corby. Lane 3, Isabel Tanner for Corby. Lane 4, Merle Snelson for Daventry. Lane 5, Georgia Smith for Corby. Lane 6, Lily Cowell for Wellingborough. Lane 7, Imogen Dodds for Wellingborough. And in lane 8, Jasmine Reynolds for Nen Valley. Heat number 10. Swimming in lane 1, we have Isabel Froh for Corby. Lane 2, Lillian French for Wellingborough. Lane 3, Elizabeth Powell for Rushden. Lane 4, Isabel Joyner for Daventry. Lane 6, Hannah Marsden for Daventry. Lane 7, Phoebe Adams for Northampton. And in lane 8, we have Kate Lonergan for Wellingborough. Heat number 11. Swimming in lane 1, we have Emily Denton for Northampton. Lane 2, Elia Beatson for Wellingborough. Lane 3, Faye Eaton-Jones for Corby. Lane 4, Holly Hale for Northampton. Lane 5, Maddie Walden for Northampton. Lane 6, Isabella Bishop for Rushden. Lane 7, Holly Coleman for Wellingborough. And in lane 8, Kimberly Hayes for Kettering. Heat number 12. Swimming in lane 1, we have Nia Wilkinson for Northampton. Lane 2, Mia Allen for Northampton. Lane 3, also for Northampton, Orna Lett. Lane 4, Maddie Taylor for Corby. Lane 5, Melanie Badenhorst for Corby. Lane 6, Lily Beischer for Kettering. Lane 7, Isla Robertson for Northampton. And in lane 8, Imogen Berger for Corby. And the final heat is heat number 13. And in lane 1 for Wellingborough we have Alice Wallinger. Lane 2, Laura Morey from Kettering. Lane 3, Ellen Newton for Corby. Lane 4, Mia Flint for Northampton. Lane 5, Bo Cunningham for Corby. Lane 6, Sophia Fefalova for Northampton. Lane 7, Marcy Blackford for Corby. And in lane 8, Kaya Dawson for Corby. And we now move on to the final event for this morning, which is event 214, open male 16 years and over, 50 metres butterfly, and this is heat number 1 of 6. And in lane 2 for Kettering, we have Ethan Watts. Lane 3, Jeremiah Muir for Kettering. In lane 4, Ruben Hickman for Kettering. Lane 5, Bruce Steve for Northampton. Lane 6, Jack Beisch for Kettering. And in lane 7, Keane Saville for Daventry. Heat number 2. Swimming in lane 1 for Wellingborough we have Aaron McNicholas. Lane 2 for Northampton is Matthew Taylor. Lane 3 for Kettering is Sina Mane. Lane 4, Joseph Greaves for Corby. Lane 5, Harris Chacksfield for Kettering. Lane 6, Benjamin Bays for Wellingborough. Lane 7, Kyle Johnson Smith for Northampton. And in lane 8, William Bevitt for Kettering. Heat number 3. Swimming in lane 1, we have Lewis Reynolds for Nen Valley. In 2, we have Callum Taylor for Wellingborough. In 3, Tyler Holloman for Corby. Lane 4, Bobby Phillips for Wellingborough. 5 is Jack Kentish for Northampton. 6 is Noah Wrightson for Wellingborough. Lane 7 is Yogi Pateman for Wellingborough. And in lane 8, Dylan Smith for Kettering. Heat number 4. In lane 1 for Kettering, we have Curtis Minney. In lane 2, Connor Allen for Wellingborough. Lane 3, Matthew Debenham for Northampton. Lane 4, James Annabelle for Wellingborough. Lane 5, Samuel Cook for Corby. Lane 6, Cole Angel for Kettering. Lane 7, Daniel Doyle for Kettering. And in lane 8, Jack Bignell for Northampton. Heat number 5. In lane 1, we have Harry Faulkner for Wellingborough. In lane 3, Tyler Coles for Daventry. Lane 4, Ryan Coles for Daventry. Lane 5, Thomas Boyd for Northampton. Lane 6, Aaron Flynn for Wellingborough. Lane 7, Eden Rowe for Northampton. And in lane 8, James Plenderleith for Corby. And the final heat is heat number 6. In lane 1 for Rushden, we have Aman Tethi. Lane 2, Albert Molsher for Rushden. Lane 3, Adam Fraser for Rushden. Lane 4, Lewis Mitchell for Corby. Lane 5, Mario Vasconcelos Blanche for Rushden. Lane 6, Aaron Warren for Northampton. Lane 7, Ethan Randall for Corby. And in lane 8, Ruben Snelson for Daventry.
Well, thank you for joining us for this morning's session that has rounded off session number 2 of the Northamptonshire County Championships 2024. Warm-up gets underway for our next session at 12 o'clock, starting with the open male warm-up. That's first from 12. Continuous warm-up, warm-down available, obviously, in the small pool. Lunch is available for officials and volunteers in the gym studio upstairs. Head up the stairs in the main reception and then go through to the gym, follow the corridor down, and you'll see it on the left-hand side there. Food is available for you. And we'll see you back here for more swimming action from 1 o'clock this afternoon. Thank you.